So another stunning premium 7-seater, this time in the form of an Audi Q7. So this is a Q7 50 TDI, so that's a 3-litre diesel and around 280 brake horsepower. It isn't an S-line specification, but it does have some similar features to that of a black edition. First one being the gloss black styling pack. So the full grille surround, you'll see in gloss black. Air duct vents also in black, and then you'll notice you have those lovely bright LED headlights. When you look to the side of the car, you've also got gloss black mirror housing, roof rails and privacy glass, and also around the window surround. So it does give that very similar exterior to what you'd see on a black edition. You'll also notice you've got those upgraded 22-inch multi-spoke alloys. I've only seen them on a similar car in an SQ7 variant, so they're a really good looking and very different alloy. So you've got a kind of multi-spoke feel going on, gloss black, and then just gives it that really low sitting look. Also, that gives it that slightly lower look is the side steps that you've got on there. So you don't see many Q7s with them. Fairly useful when you have small children, but then also give it a better look, just to make it look slightly sporty, slightly lower to the ground. They obviously are a 7-seater in the Q7, so you've got 5 seats as standard. All 3 of those middle seats are ISOFIX seats, so if you are a family who has more than one child seat, that will come in very handy, and then it's quite easy and straightforward to do. All of these seats are on a hydraulic, so literally just press of one button and press of another. The electric seats in the back, which I will show you when we get around to the boot, they're also controlled from an electronic button from the side. So many 7-seaters in this day and age are still done manually. These ones aren't in a Q7. Power tailgate to open, so literally just double press of the button. This car has front and rear sensors and a rear view camera. So it's very hard to come by a 7-seater where if the 7 seats are up, you still have a boot space, but that to me is still a relatively good amount of space. So if you are using the 7 seats and you still need to get an element of luggage or whatever it might be around with you, then you can do that. Adaptive air suspension, which you can control from the back, so if you need an access height, if you have a dog, whatever it might be, you're loading something in, then you can lower that down. And then you've also got the electric seat option to put the seats down. So literally all you do is just hold the button. They will physically go fully flat and lock into place. If they aren't in place, the car will tell you from the front, so they are a full seat and also an ISOFIX seat again. So some of the cars you see, they do have a 7-seater, but they're not a full solid seat like that. So if you are carrying people in the back, it's still a comfortable journey. And then what you can do, again on the rear, is you might notice that all these seats are staggered at different, so it's what's called a bench seat. So each one of these seats can move backwards and forwards depending on who you've got sat where. So if you had someone slightly small in the back or slightly tall, you might need more leg room, you can do that. This one also has 4-zone climate control, so you've got driver, passenger, and then rear again, who can all have different temperatures. So if you are travelling with a family and you've got an argument about who is hot and who's not, then you can just do that. Electrically adjustable seats, and you've also got memory setting function for driver and passenger. So if it is a family car that's driven between a couple of members of the family, you don't have to argue over who's moving the seat and who's not. The car's got just under 60,000 miles on it. And this one has got obviously the virtual cockpit, which you would see. So once we start the car up, what you'll notice as well is the screen comes out from the dash. So a lot of people do like this one purely because if you wanted to pop that screen down, then you can pop it down. So everything you have here can still be controlled, but you don't have that distracting view from the centre. A lot of people do like it up as well, but you can have 2 separate screens altogether. So your media, nav, telephone, all the details will come up on the virtual cockpit, and you literally just control them from the left-hand side of the steering wheel. Or you can control them from this pad you've got down here where you might want to put in a postcode for sat-nav, etc. Touched on the 4-zone climate control, but you've also got heated front seats as well. This is a Quattro, so it is a 4-wheel drive, and I mentioned the 3-litre diesel. So there's the good thing with these, the fuel economy on them is still fairly good, so you'll be looking well into the 30s, if not into the 40s, and then you've still got plenty of power, and it's a 4-wheel drive, so all weather conditions, you're pretty covered. Extended LEDs on this one is an option as well, so there's several different colour options you can choose from, and you just control that from the MMI screen if you want to change that to blue, pink, yellow, red, whatever that might be. There's plenty of space, so you've got phone box underneath with 2 USB chargers as well, so again, just to refer back to if you do have the children in the car, charging of iPads, etc., that can all be done. Cruise control, front and rear sensors like I said, and then you've also got a rear view camera, so what Audi do is they've got a visual display for the front and rear, and then you've also got that really clear camera as well, so plenty of spec and plenty of options on them. And this one comes in at a really good value, so if you're looking for Q7s that have been very well looked after, which this one has, then they are quite hard to come by, because just under 60,000 miles, yes, it has been used, but it has been very well looked after, and we've prepped it to a very high Acum standard. So if you are searching for a Q7 and one looks a little bit different from the crowd, this one will tick the boxes for you. Any queries or questions, my name's Paddy, my number is below, and I look forward to speaking to you.